So my last video about the club slamming gold, $1.5 billion of paper contracts, 10,000 paper contracts within a minute's time span. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal market forces. That's a free market movement there. Could you imagine if you were some bozo newscaster, you're on the news and you got to read this damn script and you see it on the teleprompter or whatever, or they're talking in your ear telling you what to say. Yeah, we had gold's down today by whatever 13, 15, 20, whatever, $20. Looks like 8:40 a.m. actually. Yeah, looking at that chart, boy, it really dropped a lot there. It seemed like it dropped the majority during that 1 minute period. Appears to be 10,000 ounces or 10,000 contracts. Yeah, that's that's the markets. We live in a free enterprise system, free market system. Things like that can happen. Maybe yeah, go ahead. Maybe what? Finish your statement, bozo newscaster. Maybe the club dropped some paper derivatives that are backed by nothing, just pieces of paper. Oh, okay. That's what you meant to say, but you can't say it. I got you. So one of the guys I've read you about a few times, not too awfully long ago, with his economic model, Mr. Martin Armstrong, this is from Silver Doctors. Martin Armstrong explains how gold will respond when money dies. Hi, Marty. I read your post on gold today. After crash and burn, all those that are holding paper money will take a haircut. So, hold on. I have a little pet peeve. And this is one of those things where the kettle is calling the pot black. And I admit it to you in advance. Because you're going to say, Jay Snip, how many words have you completely butchered? Pronounced wrong? Read wrong? Yeah, I get it. But irregardless isn't even a word. Silver Doctors, I'm not going to read it the way you wrote it. I read your post on gold today. After crash and burn, all those that are holding paper money will take a haircut. So, regardless of how high physical gold goes per ounce, at least it is a tangible asset as opposed to what toilet paper money may be worth. Am I seeing it correctly? Thank you. Answer from Marty, or Martin Armstrong. Marty's his street name. Only the cool kids can call him that. Answer, correct, but paper money will be swapped. It will not become toilet paper, for then you have all-out revolution, and the heads of officials typically are lost during such events, adorning the spikes for display. The Constitution promised they would honor the debts of the former government, the Continental Congress, but they never said when. For those who chose not to wait, they swapped it 100 to 1. And those who believed they would be made whole by the politicians, well, they received nothing but political promises. You can buy continental currency from coin dealers or eBay. That is proof they defaulted on those promises. Trying to put a number of value in terms of dollars is really irrelevant if in the end we are looking at a monetary collapse in a new system. Whatever the dollar will be worth in purchasing power at that moment in time will be masked by the swapped to these new electronic units of currency that will be worth far more. It's simply how things are always done, moving from one currency to the next. I knew a German who had bought all the old copper and nickel coins for scrap. There was a shortage of metal, so the coins were deemed legal tender, expressed in the new currency. He became famously rich overnight. The tangible things survive such transactions. So let's go back to what, and I'm going to say Lindsey Williams. I do have his DVD. It came in today. Today being the 24th of August. I realize you're seeing this the 25th. You will not be getting a Lindsey Williams update because it's going to be too late. But I'm going to go upstairs with the wife in the bedroom, in the bed. But we're going to watch a DVD, okay? And I'm going to take my pen and paper and write down the summary that I always do. The fact that he put out a video not that long ago at all and then says, kind of like emergency video time, you need to see this right away. Again, you may say, and we may find out, man, I just watched the DVD and he said the same thing he said last time. We may find that out. But for a little tiny amount of money, well, $40, whatever it is, out of my pocket, in order to give my people, my peeps, the summary, it was well worth it. Irregardless. Regardless of what comes out of it. I've never seen Lindsey Williams put a DVD out and then so fast put another one out. Okay? I have to say that. And for him to come out and say this is the most important DVD I've ever done, this is like really, really, really important. I think as we're nearing that, end of the year, October time frame, he's really got something to say. And I'm hoping when I watch this DVD, he says, boy, oh boy, did I talk to my elite friend. And here's the deal. What I don't want to find out is he didn't talk to him at all and has been doing what I do every day, reading websites and news and trying to figure out, what's going on, what should I report on today. Because, not the last video, but the one before that, he kind of did that. And I always felt like, it was rude as this might sound, sorry, but no, we don't want to know what he thinks or his opinion is. No, because that's not fact, right? Just like mine isn't. We only want to know, did you talk to your elite friend? What did he say? I don't care if you know a stock guy or finance guy or derivatives expert. What did your elite friend say? That's when I'm all like, yes, I need to know this. So we're going to find out here shortly. So Friday morning, I would say you should be able to expect my summary to come out. Okay? But I'm going to finish this real quick because it's a very short video. So I'm going to start with that last paragraph and then finish. Trying to put a number of a value in terms of dollars is very irrelevant, or really irrelevant, if in the end we are looking at a monetary collapse and a new system. Whatever the dollar will be worth in purchasing power at that moment in time will be masked by the swap to the new currency or to the new electronic units of currency that will be worth far more. It's simply how things are always done, moving from one currency to the next. I knew a German who had bought all the old copper and nickel coins for scrap. There was a shortage of metal, so the coins were deemed legal tender, expressed in the new currency. He became famously rich overnight. The tangible things survive such transactions, so the intangible things don't. Let me tell you what some intangible things are that you might think are tangible, just so we're clear. That's why I brought up Lindsey Williams. If it's written on a piece of paper, stocks, bonds, shrimp, if it's written on a piece of paper, especially the stock market, it ain't going to be worth the paper it's written on when this goes down. And his final paragraph says, the issue is purchasing power. They say 1 ounce of gold would buy a man's suit in the 1920s, and it still does today. And I'll actually add something to that. It also did in the Roman times, 2,000 years ago approximately. You could also buy suit, sandals, they didn't call it a suit, but the full giddy up, the full outfit, top to bottom, a nice, decent, set of clothing. And it still does today. Forget the $50,000 nonsense. Even making such stupid statements are implicitly saying the dollar survives. How can you value something in a currency that would no longer exist? Welcome to the New World monetary system when government gets its ounce of flesh out of everyone clinging to power as it slips from their grasp. So that was his response. And I'm going to agree with that because now that's not, again, that's still not to say you're not going to see $5, $6, $7, $8,000 gold in $200, $300, whatever dollar silver. I am quite certain those days are coming. But I talked about Bill Still several times. He's got the two documentaries, The Money Masters and then The Secret of Oz. That was the latest one he did. Really, really good documentaries. Both, they're kind of the same thing, but the second one's more up to date. He fixed a couple things from the last one, whatever. But he says it's just a cycle, and he kind of talks about how the currency system's replaced by something else. But after they do the paper one that's backed by nothing, the next one's always backed by precious metals. So precious metals are going to look really good. That's where we're at, and that's why I care about getting those precious metals now. I don't really care if silver doesn't ever make it to $600. And you know what? Damn, it only got to $250. Guys, I read the web audit. It said $600. I'm sorry, but it's $250. Are you going to be really upset about that? I don't think so. Having said that, I still think we're going to be in store for some crazy high numbers because before the transition to that new currency, digital or not, there's got to be some pain. Because if there's not pain, why are we going to the system? Everything's fine. Money still works. Why are we switching? What? No one's going to want to go for it. Nobody likes change. And they certainly we're going to change the monetary system. What are you doing? Now apply a lot of pain and suffering financially. You're going to change the monetary system and it's backed by gold? Good, actually. Okay, fantastic. So just wanted to tell you about that. Take care.